Most people think sleep and rest are the same thing. They're not. There are 7 types of rest. Sleep covers just one of them. The problem isn't that you're not resting enough, it's that you're not resting in the right ways. Today, I'm walking you through the 7 types, what depletion looks like for each one, and what to do about it. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what type you're missing and how to fix your energy levels. Physical rest comes in 2 forms, passive and active. Passive physical rest is what most of us think of. Sleep, naps, lying down. Active physical rest is things like stretching, yoga, walking slowly, or getting a massage. It's moving your body to recover, not to perform. The sign you need more physical rest isn't just tiredness. It's a tension that you can't shift, or a body that feels heavy even after a full night's sleep. For me, the thing that made the biggest difference here was a gentle walk after work. Nothing intense. Just getting outside in nature and moving my body after a full day of work at my desk. It's not exercise for the sake of fitness. It's a deliberate signal to my body that the workday is over and it's time to decompress. Even 20 minutes completely changes how I feel by the time I get home. This is so much better than lying in bed, scrolling and dissociating from your day. Your body is asking for something more deliberate and your mind is begging for a rest. Here's the one that almost every professional woman I know is starving for. Mental rest is the relief from a constant churn of thinking, the decisions, the problem solving, the mental to-do list that runs in the back of your mind even when you're supposed to be off the clock. The signs? You can't switch off at night. Your mind races the second things go quiet, or you forget things even though you're not that busy. The biggest shift for me here has been journaling that I've been doing for 3 or 4 years back. As much as I'd love to have a beautiful journal with the pages all planned out, my approach is a little bit more scrappy than this. My method is dumping every swirling thought onto paper so my brain can let go of it. Once it's written down, it reduces that mental load. And the more I've done this, I've actually found there's an extra benefit to this. I get a lot more clarity by writing things down in the journal and working through them. It often gets me to the answer that I couldn't reach by going around in circles in my head. If you're exhausted but wired, mental rest is likely what you need. Journaling works well for me, but let me know what you do down in the comments below. We are overstimulated in ways that we've completely normalized. Screens, open plan offices, notification sound, bright lights, back-to-back meetings, social media, adverts everywhere. In the 21st century, we're taking in over 74 gigabytes of information every single day. This has grown 400% since the 1980s. Of all the types of rest, this is the type I struggle with the most. I'm highly sensitive to light and smell, which means a standard office environment with harsh overhead lighting and staring at a screen 8 hours a day depletes me faster than most people. Yet the things that have helped me the most are fairly simple. Actually taking a proper 1-hour lunch break away from my desk and out of the office, stepping outside regularly to refocus my eyes, switching everything to dark mode, and using noise-cancelling headphones when I need. These measures allow me to manage my sensory capacity throughout the day. If you feel inexplicably irritable or drained at the end of the day, sensory overload may be the culprit. Creative rest. This one tends to surprise people because we forget how to play or be creative for fun after childhood. Creative rest isn't about taking a break from creating. It is about replenishing the well that you draw from, experiencing inspiration or wonder without the need to be productive. For me, as my job is in data, a lot of my work is very analytical, so switching to the other side of my brain and thinking creatively really recharges my energy. Something I've recently started doing in the evenings is paint by numbers. It's creative, it's focused, and there's zero pressure to create anything meaningful at all. The key here is to letting yourself play and doing it without a purpose. You're not performing or delivering, you're just making something because it feels good. If your work feels flat or you feel creatively blocked, this may be the key to finding inspiration. Emotional rest. This is something that is so important for women. Emotional rest is the freedom to be honest, to stop filtering, managing, and performing for everybody else. It's being able to say, I'm not okay, without feeling guilty or like you should be. If you're like me, you're used to being the strong, dependable one. This one I found much harder to figure out what I should do. Over the years, I've seen how important it is to regulate my nervous system and truly become the most authentic version of me. A few things that genuinely helped me: listening to music that matches the emotion I'm feeling without trying to override it, doing breath work for when things feel physically tense or I'm stressed or overwhelmed, and occasionally watching a sad film and just letting myself cry. You're not being dramatic. Processing your emotions, big or small, is letting your nervous system do what it's designed to do. Social rest can have some overlaps with emotional rest. It's about recognizing that not all social time is equal. Some people leave you feeling energized. Others leave you feeling drained. Social rest is being intentional about that. This took me almost all of my 20s to figure out. I used to think there was something wrong with me for finding certain social situations completely exhausting, until I realized it wasn't necessarily the people, but the energy of the interaction. Some of my friends are very high energy, and I may only spend a couple of hours with them before I need to decompress, rest, and recharge. And with other friends, we spend entire days together and still feel at ease. I've also noticed that group size matters enormously. The bigger the group, the faster my social battery drains. And it's not being antisocial, it's just being self-aware. And the last one is spiritual rest. This is a need to feel like what you're doing matters. It's a sense of belonging, purpose, and connection to something beyond just the daily grind. Without it, you can be incredibly successful on paper, yet still feel empty inside. And this may be what a lot of us are missing in our 20s. Some of the ways I get spiritual rest outside of my work through meditation and music. I used to play classical guitar as I was growing up, and coming back to that has given me something that I didn't even realize I was missing. It's a connection to the past version of myself. So now, instead of listening to another self-help podcast, I just put on some music. Honestly, give it a try and let me know how different you feel. A deficit of spiritual rest often shows up as this quiet, persistent feeling that something's missing, even if everything looks perfect from the outside. This may come through as a quarter-life crisis, burnout, or feeling lost. If this is you, then this next video will help you work through this and gain more clarity. So these are the 7 types of rest. Let me know in the comments below which one you're needing more of.